Welcome back. The coalition of North Central leaders of the ruling All Progressives Congress has endorsed former Kano Governor Abdullahi Ganduje to replace outgoing Chairman Senator Abdullahi Adamu. This comes after 2 days after the APC Chairman in 7 northwest states similarly endorsed Ganduje at a meeting in Kaduna. Now, the endorsement of him is said to be President Buhari and the governor's choice has generated mixed reactions among party members. While some say the next chairman should come from Nasarawa in line with APC's only formula, others back Ganduje's candidacy. Addressing journalists in Abuja on Thursday, convener Okpoku Ogenyi said though the post is zoned to their region, North Central leaders have agreed to forfeit in favor of Ganduje. He said, though a North Central chairman led APC to victory in the last election, as Adamu has resigned, a competent hand must be employed to move our party forward, he said. Now, he also noted the party is proud to forfeit the post in favor of Ganduje. And now APC National Publicity Secretary Felix Morka joins us to provide perspectives on plot to make former Kano State Governor Abdullahi Ganduje the National Chairman of All Progressives Congress. Mr. Morka, it's good to have you with us as always. Now, this move to make former Kano State Governor Mr. Ganduje National Chairman APC, is it enjoying support from all sections of the party or just a section, as we've highlighted in that intro, you think?
Thank you very much. As you know, our National Chairman, a former chairman now, resigned from that office a few days ago, as well as the National Secretary. So we have both positions vacant in the leadership of the party. Now, our Constitution abhors, a vacuum in any office for that matter. Now, you saw how rapidly the Deputy National Chairman North, Senator Abubakar Kyari, how quickly he took office in an acting capacity, as well as Barrister Fontua, who was the Deputy National Secretary, also assumed office as acting National Secretary. Yes, in the coming days, we are hoping that our constitutional procedures for the replacement of officers who have left will be triggered and that we will fill those vacancies. And by the way, we have a few other vacancies in the party. And for that matter, even upcoming vacancies. As you know, we're very happy with our colleagues who were announced yesterday as minister nominees from the NWC. We're very excited about that. And so, potentially, we're also going to have those vacancies to fill, going forward. But, with regards to your specific question regarding, former governor of, Kano, Ganduje, yes, there's a whole lot of discussion around him. I read in the media every day about discussions and endorsements. Look, Governor Ganduje is, an eminent party man, a leader of the party. He just finished, his term as governor of Kano and did an excellent job. Yes, there are many who are, interested in seeing him emerge as the national chairman of our party. I also read, quite a number of very significant endorsements for him to take that position. But look, all I will say is that our processes are ongoing. We have very clear constitutional guidelines as to how these things are done. And until it is done, it's not done. But, to acknowledge that we are aware of all of the, conversations in the public space on this subject.
And of course, that some of the conversation in the public space is regards to zoning. Some are saying that the next national chairman should be coming from somewhere around Nasarawa State. But with Ganduje right now in the position that he is, personally, what do you think he brings to the table as a new acting chairman, seeing as how the exit of the past one was just a little bit fractious? What do you think that he brings to the new face of APC that Nigeria is hoping to see?
Well, yes, regarding zoning, that's true. I mean, ordinarily and in the usual course of party management and decisions, zoning is important and, tend to be followed. But, in some cases, it's not cast in stone. The party also has the relevant organs of the party that have the authority sometimes to vary zoning, depending on the, what's in the best interest of the party. Now, with respect to the second leg of your question, the former governor is obviously a very experienced politician. And should he indicate interests to be national chairman, and should the relevant organs of the party find him, if you will, worthy to serve in that capacity, yes, I don't see, what precludes him, or for that matter, anyone else who is seriously jostling for that position. I think he's eminently qualified, if the relevant party organs so decide that he is, able to perform the role of that office at this time.
Very good, Mr. Morka. Now, let's talk about the reconstitution of the party's National Working Committee for the APC. Can you explain the dynamics involved and the task before it in the selection of a new party chairman?
Well, our constitution is relatively clear. Nominations are made by the relevant state executive committees, and in some cases, depending on what you're feeling, the zonal committee as well. And once that is made, it's transmitted to the National Working Committee, which then makes that presentation to the National Executive Committee of the party, which has the authority to make decisions on so many levels, whether it's on the level of zoning or on the level of, in fact, ratifying or approving, so to speak, of those nominations. The NEC of the party has the powers to do so. But of course, the highest body in that direction is the National Convention. But in between conventions, the NEC of the party has enormous powers to make decisions, whether it's with regards to zoning or with regards to filling any vacancies that exists on the National Working Committee of the party.
And still speaking to those vacancies, there's a lot of questions about former senator, former governor, who is now a senator of Ebonyi South, that's Dave Umahi, who has two positions now, it seems, one on the ministerial list and, of course, one in the National Assembly. In a situation like this, the questions are what is best for him to choose? How will the positions be filled if he does leave for one or the other? And does it affect the governance in any way? What might be the pros and cons of staying in one place or the other?
Well, former Governor Dave Umahi has just been nominated as a minister. He is not a minister yet, to the extent that that nomination has not been confirmed, and that goes for all of the nominations. So I think, we don't need to worry about that, and I think Governor Umahi is in the best position to decide for himself what, is his own best interest and how, what platform gives him the best opportunity to serve the country, which he's done already as governor, but now in the National Assembly. And if he is confirmed as minister, he alone will make that decision which way he goes. But either way, if he decides to go as minister, I imagine that the Electoral Act will kick in terms of what procedures may the law has made for the filling of that vacancy. I'm sure that at the end of the entire movement with the appointments to ministerial and executive branch offices, you may have a few of those vacancies, in whatever chamber of the National Assembly, which will be filled, of course, in accordance with the Electoral Act and under the supervision of INEC.
Very good, Mr. Morka. Now, I would still like to take you on the issue of zoning. Do you think that's actually the way to go when it comes to inter-party democracy? within APC or any other party for that matter, how is that impacting on other people's chances, the other candidates as well? Because when we keep talking about former Governor Ganduje, he seems to have taken the shine from other prospective candidates as well. I'd like your thoughts on that.
No, look, just to be clear, I'm not sure that nobody has made any decision in APC regarding the position of the national chairman or the national secretary, or for that matter, the other vacancies that exist. No decision has been made. Now you asked a question, I'm only responding to, the name you mentioned of the former governor of Kano, Dr. Ganduje. Look, by the time the relevant bodies of the party convene and put this matter on the agenda, if there are other citizens, other party, members and leaders who are, expressing interest, I am sure that the relevant organs of the party, especially the neck of the party, would give everyone the time of day in terms of whatever availabilities there are to consider their suitability for this office or offices. So I don't think that the party has made any decision that says it must be, Peter or Paul, with respect. And I think that everybody is, free to aspire or to make themselves available to be considered, including Dr. Ganduje. That's the point to be made.
And I want to speak more on these vacancies and maybe knowing how soon they can be filled. For the Women's Corner, we do know that the National Women Leader was also nominated for a ministerial position. There's others that will be vacant as well. How soon could those positions be filled?
Well, we're hoping that they will be filled very soon because we want, all of the systems of the party to continue to run smoothly and efficiently. Now, I can tell you that we have decided on dates for the caucus and the NEC meetings for the 2nd and 3rd of August, respectively. Now, that formal notice, hopefully will be out later today or tomorrow. Now, we are hoping that the NEC will put, some of these questions that are, really urgent and important on its agenda and to discuss them and give, direction to the party. So I think that our hope is that this will be done really soon. Hopefully, after the meetings that is upcoming, we will have a clearer picture of what, the timelines may be for those vacancies to be filled.
Indeed, hopefully we'll get a clearer picture soon. Mr. Felix Morka, APC National Publicity Secretary, we'd like to thank you for your input and perspective on those issues. Good to have you with us.